we always talk about the 9 lives of Jacob Zuma, and yesterday this time the experts were sure there was no way out. He had no other, many experts, he had no other options as well. He was out of options, but yet he seems to have upset the apple cart and found something up his sleeve yet again, hasn't he?
Well, I mean, President Zuma, already when you read the statement that was issued by the foundation, I think on Thursday or Wednesday, that they are still, reading the judgment. That was a clear sign that he's not going to go in this weekend, and that they were looking at other alternatives or other options, in terms of the legal route to take on the matter. And already on Friday, when they submitted to the court, already it was a clear sign again.
Well, as we've been hearing, we've got senior ANC members who were there. They've been talking to him, since yesterday, if not before that. What is this telling us about the fact that he's able to withstand this, that he's able to still put up this fight despite having these talks with them at Nkandla? Does it show us really who's boss here?
Well, I think let's start first by saying that we know that the ANC on Friday communicated that they have postponed their own National Executive Committee meeting, and there will be a team of National Executive Committee members who will go to KZN. But what is very interesting about this is that yesterday, the only leaders that were there that we saw was the chairperson of the province, Sihlezi Zigalala, and Mdumiseni Ntulu, the secretary of the province. We don't see anyone from the National Executive Committee. I'm still asking myself, where are these people that were told that they will be going to KZN? This morning, I managed to see that, Tony Ngeni has arrived in Nkandla, but we know that Tony Ngeni and the former President Zuma have got their own special relationship. We've seen even during the time when Julius Malema went to Nkandla, Tony Ngeni was also part of that delegation, accompanying Julius Malema and so forth.
All right, so
we don't know where is this leadership right now.
Yeah, I suppose, and everyone, most analysts and experts are talking about which ANC are you talking about, which faction. It depends which ANC you're actually talking about. Now, we have the likes of Thuli Madonsela, others also who are saying, Rebone, that, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president, has been criticized for really not saying anything about this, but saying that he's actually right not to get involved in this case as well. I'd like your thoughts on that.
For me, it's not about a case, for me, it's about the ANC.
Yeah.
You first of all, that I'm still trying to understand what was the logic or the reason for actually them postponing this anything. It could have given them an opportunity as the leadership, maybe to meet Friday earlier on and engage and put the issue of former President Zuma on the agenda to deal with it and resolve it. And then if there was then going to be a delegation, then it has a mandate. But also, this is a political matter, and President Ramaphosa is a political head. And yes, it is disappointing that we have not seen him, giving political direction or saying anything on the matter, because it has divided even the ANC members themselves at this present moment.
So all these threats of political violence that we've heard from those supporters who are outside Nkandla making their way there, we know the president trying to rally, the former president trying to rally support ahead of all of this happening this weekend. Should we take them seriously? Do you think that they actually have the clout to do what it is they're threatening to do?
Well, it's sad because the ANC it's on an autopilot, and now we don't need any violence, any form of violence. We have had Marikana in the past. We don't need another Marikana. We're in the middle of a pandemic, in all these challenges that we're facing as a country at this present moment. And one hopes that because at least that we know that President Zuma will address his supporters at 6 o'clock this evening. We hope that they will live peacefully, and we will wait. I think all of us were waiting to see what the Concord will say on the 12th of July as they meet to discuss the matter further.
Well, just that development alone, that he's managed to persuade them to give him that hearing. What does it tell us? What is the message? Is it telling us that the Constitutional Court, that there's a little bit of weakness, there's a bit of a weakness in the links there, that it's a bit of giving in? What do you read into that?
I think they're doubting their own decision themselves, because this is the first time that this has done. I think one thing about we must give to the former President Zuma is that he's one man that always, will do the things that people have never done, So I think all of us were waiting to see. This is I've spoken to some legal people. I'm not a legal expert, and they were saying that it has never happened that after a Concord judgment, a matter is then taken back to be reviewed or whatever, in the legal term.